Imagine you just won $1,000. Sounds exciting, right? Now here's the question. Would you rather spend it in America or India? In America, that money might last you a week, maybe two if you're careful. But in India, it could completely transform your entire month, maybe even longer. So which country actually gives you more for your money? The answer isn't as simple as you think. And by the end of this video, you'll see money in a completely different way. $1,000, one amount, two countries, two completely different realities. Let's start with America. In the United States, $1,000 can disappear faster than you realize. Rent alone in most cities will eat up a huge chunk of that. In places like New York, Los Angeles, or San Francisco, the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment can easily be $2,000, $3,000, or even more per month. That means $1,000 doesn't even cover half your rent. Then there's food. Groceries for one person can cost $300 to $400 a month. A simple meal at a restaurant, anywhere from $15 to $30, depending on where you are. Add a coffee every morning, and you're spending another $100 to $150 a month just on caffeine. Transportation, if you own a car, there's gas, insurance, and maintenance. If you use public transit or ride shares, that's another $100 to $200 a month. Even a monthly subway pass in cities like New York costs over $130. Healthcare, phone bills, utilities, internet, all these everyday expenses add up fast. So in America, $1,000 doesn't go very far. It might cover your basic needs for a week or two, but it's gone before you know it. Now let's fly over to India. In India, $1,000 is roughly 83,000 rupees to 85,000 rupees, depending on the exchange rate. And that amount, it can change everything. Let's start with rent. In cities like Mumbai or Bangalore, rent can be high, similar to some American cities. But in Tier 2 cities like Jaipur, Indore, Pune, or Nagpur, you can rent a decent one-bedroom apartment for 10,000 rupees to 15,000 rupees a month. That's around $120 to $180. Already you're spending a fraction of what you'd spend in America. Food is even more affordable. Groceries for one person might cost 4,000 rupees to 6,000 rupees a month. That's about $50 to $75. A full meal at a local restaurant, often under 200 rupees, which is less than $3. Street food? You can eat for 50 rupees to 100 rupees, which is less than $2. Transportation is incredibly cheap. A monthly public transit pass in most Indian cities costs under 1,000 rupees, or about $12. Auto rickshaws and ride-sharing apps like Ola and Uber are so affordable that getting around the city barely makes a dent in your budget. Utilities, electricity, water, internet, usually add up to 2,000 rupees to 3,000 rupees a month, or around $25 to $40. So let's do the math. Rent 12,000 rupees, food 5,000 rupees, transport 1,000 rupees, utilities 2,500 rupees. Total 20,500 rupees, approximately $250. Out of your 1,000 rupees, 83,000 rupees, you still have over 60,000 rupees left. That's more than $700. You could use that for entertainment, shopping, savings, travel within India, or even invest it. In India, $1,000 doesn't just cover your needs, it gives you options. So at this point, it seems obvious, right? India is way cheaper. Your money goes much further. But here's where it gets interesting, because we're not just comparing prices, we're comparing lifestyles. And lifestyle isn't just about how much things cost, it's about how much you earn and what quality of life that income provides. Let's talk about income. In the United States, the median household income is around $70,000 a year. That's roughly $5,800 a month. Yes, expenses are high, but so are salaries. In India, the median household income is significantly lower. For many middle-class families, monthly income might range from 30,000 rupees to 60,000 rupees. That's about $360 to $720 a month. So while $1,000 goes further in India, The average Indian household isn't earning anywhere near that amount each month. Meanwhile, in America, $1,000 might disappear quickly, but Americans are also earning much more to begin with. This is called purchasing power parity. It's not just about how cheap things are, it's about what your income can actually buy in your own country. But here's the real twist. Even though Americans earn more, they don't necessarily live better. Because higher income doesn't always mean higher quality of life. Think about it. In America, people work long hours. Many have student loans, credit card debt, medical bills. The cost of healthcare alone can be devastating. A single hospital visit without insurance can cost thousands of dollars. Childcare is expensive. Education is expensive. Saving for retirement is a constant struggle. Even with a $70,000 salary, many Americans live paycheck to paycheck. In India, expenses are lower, so even a modest income can provide a decent lifestyle. You can afford home-cooked meals, local transportation, and even domestic help for cleaning or cooking, which would be a luxury in America. Family structures are different too. In India, multi-generational living is common. Parents, children, and grandparents often live together, sharing expenses and responsibilities. That reduces financial pressure. In America, independence is valued, but it comes at a cost. Living alone means paying for everything yourself. So the question becomes, would you rather earn $5,000 a month in America and spend $4,500 on expenses? Or earn $500 a month in India and spend $250? In both cases, you're left with roughly the same amount of savings, but your day-to-day experience is completely different. Let's make this even more concrete. Imagine two people, Sarah in New York and Raj in Pune. Sarah earns $6,000 a month. After rent, $2,200, groceries, $400, transportation, $200, utilities, $150, insurance, $300, student loans, $400, and other expenses, she has about $1,000 left. She lives in a small apartment, works long hours, and rarely takes vacations. Raj earns 50,000 rupees a month, about $600. After rent, 12,000 rupees, food, 6,000 rupees, transportation, 1,500 rupees, utilities, 2,500 rupees, and other expenses, he has about 20,000 rupees left, around $240. He lives in a two-bedroom apartment with his family, eats home-cooked meals daily, and takes weekend trips to nearby hill stations. On paper, Sarah earns 10 times more than Raj. But in terms of quality of life, it's not so clear. Sarah has more purchasing power globally. She can buy imported goods, travel internationally more easily, and access cutting-edge technology. But Raj has more purchasing power locally. He can afford comfortable housing, fresh food, domestic help, and leisure time without constant financial stress. So what does this all mean? It means money isn't just about numbers. It's about context. $1,000 in America buys you less stuff, but you're living in a country with higher wages, more job opportunities, and access to world-class infrastructure. $1,000 in India buys you more stuff, but you're living in a country where average incomes are lower and economic opportunities can be more limited. Neither is better or worse. They're just different. And here's the most important part. The value of money isn't just about what you can buy today. It's about what opportunities it creates for tomorrow. In America, higher incomes mean more potential for savings, investments, and wealth building, if you can manage the high cost of living. In India, lower costs mean more flexibility and less financial stress, if you have a stable income. The real question isn't, where is $1,000 worth more? The real question is, what kind of life do you want to live? And where can your income support that life best? Because at the end of the day, money is just a tool. It's not about how much you have. It's about what that money allows you to do. In America, $1,000 might feel like pocket change, but the system is built for people earning much more than that. In India, $1,000 might feel like a fortune, but the system is built for people earning much less. And when you compare the two, the story becomes much more interesting than simply converting dollars into rupees. It's about purchasing power. It's about lifestyle. It's about what you value and what you're willing to sacrifice. So next time someone asks you, where does money go further? Don't just think about prices. Think about income. Think about quality of life. Think about what those numbers actually mean in the real world. Because money might be universal, but its value, that depends entirely on where you're standing.